Good morning.
What's up, Agape? This is Juan Carlos. I'm an Agape licensed practitioner since 2011, and I'm here with.
I'm Reverend Tina Mix. Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, and we're here for Agape's morning prayer via Facebook Live. So, as you start tuning in, when you tune in, give us a shout out in the chat so we can see who's joining us and where you're joining us from. I know we're going to see some of the usual crew. Always good to see you all. It's been 2 weeks. Well, for me, it's been 4 weeks.
Yeah, and I wasn't here 2 weeks ago, so.
Yeah,
hey,
right.
Portia.
What's up, Portia?
Hello from Oregon. I don't know how the weather's there, but it's still hot here, hence the tank tops. We're in Florida. Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for those who don't know.
Yeah, and it's muggy, and it's been raining for about a month straight. Maybe a month and a half, a little longer.
Hey, Cynthia. Welcome.
Good morning, Cynthia. Yeah, so we're just going to wait for a few more people to join on. But for those of you who are on, what's going on? Tell us what's going on. What's good and new? What's new and good? Where you're at? Or do you all have any questions? Since we're just gonna.
Hi, Colleen. Hi, Chloe. Hey, Dorcas from Vegas. Cooling down and rainy in Oregon. Sounds about right. Sorry, good.
Yeah, it's a little cooler here. I mean, it's still muggy, but
hey, Kellen.
it's high 70s,
Hi,
early
Andrea.
80s. Morning, Kellen. What's up, man? Agape peeps in the house. What's up, Curtis and Andrea? Yes. So we got a few people coming on. We're just gonna wait a couple more minutes for a couple more on here. I don't have much to report other than I'm in ministerial school. I got class right after this. I'm gonna be on Zoom for about 8 hours today in class. So yeah, I'm grateful to be in the ministerial program. I'm actually going through CSL's ministerial program. It's all online, but it's going well. A lot of reading, a lot of writing. My mind is expanding. So, if you all got any prayer requests, go ahead and drop them in the chat too. And Reverend Tina will take notes so we can add that to our prayers.
I will take note.
Kelvin says, I am up. You're up. Good morning. But are you awake?
Good morning, Marvin. Hello, Joan. Welcome. Welcome into the prayer field, the prayer vortex. We're walking in. It's already here. We just opened the door.
That's right.
Hello, Dorothy. Yeah. So let us know. Well, put it in the comments, put it in the chat. What are you holding in your awareness as the truth in your life, in our world?
What would you like prayer for?
What would you like
Prayer about.
Mm-hmm. She spelled your name wrong. She may be asking for prayer for you. No. She's.
You can call me Jane.
Up in the high
Jain.
room. Kellen be up in the high room. All right. I like that. The upper room. The
upper room, right? Yeah, Reverend Michael always talks about the. Let's go upstairs for a moment. I can't remember which one of his teachers it was that he got that from. I don't know. Do you remember, Kelvin, which teacher it was that they always talk about? Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs for a moment. In other words, let's go up. Let's take a different perspective, a higher perspective of things, right? Let's look at things from the universal perspective, right? And like what Michael always says, let's not get stuck on the world of effects, right? That's kind of the lower, the downstairs view, not the upstairs view. All right. What's up, Christy? God, prayers for your daughter and their journey. Peace, love, abundance, and joy for them and for you, of course. Portia says hi, yeah, from the upper room.
Mhm.
All right, I think we got enough people on. We're going to go into prayer. Don't worry if you haven't put a specific request in there. No need to worry about anything ever.
Morning, Denise.
Of course, we're including everybody and everything. That's the way prayer works. We're never really praying just for ourselves, right? Because of oneness. As we expand our consciousness, as we go upstairs, right, in the upper room, we bring everybody upstairs with us, whether they know it or not.
Hello, Marilyn from Compton. Hey, Reverend Marcella. Good morning, Hannah from South Africa. Welcome, welcome.
What's up, Rev Marcella? All right, we're going to go into prayer. So, with no further ado, I invite you.
Keep rhyming.
If I could, I would. Maybe I should. All right. I invite you to close your eyes. And let's take a deep breath together. And as we continue to breathe and center down into this now moment, we're turning within. And as we go within, let's just say that we're going upstairs for a moment. We're going upstairs for a moment. Not that God is above, as an opposite from below, but an expanded awareness, a transcendent awareness, right? We get to take this time to recognize God, to recognize spirit, to recognize the oneness of life, to recognize the eternality of life, to recognize the infinite abundance, infinite presence, life and energy that has no beginning or end. Always been here, always will be. The source of all that there is, the container that we're resting in, that we're having our being in, the life and the energy that's expressing in, through, and as everyone and everything, including me, including you, including Reverend Tina, everybody who's here on the call. We're all one with this energy, one with this presence. We're all resting in it, and it's resting in us. There's no separation. We're connected to all that God is. We are made from the very substance, the very essence of all that God is. What else could God make us from, right? God made us from itself. So we're one with God. We're one with all of God's potential, all of God's energy, God's intelligence, God's mind, the one power, the one presence, the one spirit, the one energy. And we're all full of this power. We are vibrating and expressing with this power, with this energy, with this intelligence, with this spirit. And God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, it's perfect, right? It's perfect, it's whole, it's complete. It's a perfect presence, perfect energy. And that means that we're perfect too. Every expression of God is also perfect, with a divine idea backing it up, all right? That's in the cloud, upstairs in the cloud. And we've already gone upstairs, so we're in the cloud and we're right here. We're resting in our own divine ideas. Right, the divine idea that is us, that's who we are. So I'd like you to breathe that in, invite you to breathe that in. Breathing in perfection, breathing out perfection, allowing it to flow in through and as the breath, flow in through and as the blood flowing through our veins, to flow in through and as the renewing and the rejuvenation of our bodies, our mind, our spirit. We're always being renewed as we're breathing and circulating with this energy. Spirit is flowing through us and as us, right? Like the great force of the universe. Right? The force is with you, it's with me, it's with us, it's as us, it's through us, it's all around us, it's who we are, it's what we are. And we just get to breathe this in and feel that all of our needs are met. Everything we could ever want for, hope for, desire, it's already here within us. It all starts with consciousness. It all starts with the source. It all starts with our source code. It all starts with the truth of who we are, the truth of what we are, our oneness with God, with Spirit. We're always coming back to this. We're always going upstairs. And as we rise up in this consciousness, we draw all others onto us as well. We're bringing everybody with us, whether they know it or not, right? This is the evolution of humanity, the evolution of consciousness, the progress of our planet. Something wonderful is happening here, and we're letting go of all of the surface appearances of anything. That's downstairs. All the surface appearance of form, that's downstairs. We're upstairs right now. Right? We're not separate from it, but we have risen up into a higher understanding, or a more full understanding of our power and our presence and our perfection. And as we know it for ourselves, we know it for everybody, all of our family, all of our friends, all of our community, all of our leaders, all of the different fields, all of the different people working in all the different fields, right? As we know truth for ourselves, we know it for everyone and everything else. This is the power of new thought. For some of you, this might be a new thought. For others, we've heard before, this is ageless wisdom. This wisdom is constantly emerging and showing itself to us. And one by one, we're waking up to it. And we're expanding in this idea. Right? And the world is moving along, and we're changing. We're evolving. We're expressing more of who we are as we see it. Right? And as we catch these glimpses, right? As we perceive the truth of who we are able to express that truth. We're able to achieve that truth. Right? And so in this upstairs space, we get to look at our lives and know that it's all unfolding perfectly. The crooked places are made straight, right? Right? Obstacles are dissolved and transmuted into opportunities for growth and expansion and evolution, and so much more. And I know this truth for everyone who's listening to this call right now. There's a healing happening here. There's a growth happening here. There's an evolution in consciousness that's happening here. And I invite you to just breathe it in and breathe it out. And I pass this prayer.
How grateful and thankful I am for the word that has been spoken. How grateful and thankful I am for this opportunity to be in practice. That this is what it is meant to be on this spiritual journey, that we are here together in consciousness. We are here together beyond any space and time. We're in this eternal now. We have said yes to a greater awareness of the truth of who and what we are, and that's why we have chosen to hit that button, join that live stream, be present to this prayer that is unfolding. This eternal prayer that is always speaking in, through, and as our individual and collective lives, that always guiding, directing, and supporting us. So how grateful and thankful I am for this word that has been spoken, this reminder on this day that the true power, the only potential, the absolute possibility lives, breathes, and moves within my being and each and every individual's being. And as we turn towards it, it washes over us. We have this intimate experience of being at one with it. Not that we were ever separate, we were always one with it. Is where our focus is, where is our attention. So how grateful and thankful I am to put the attention and intention back into the center of my being, back to my source of power, my source of peace, my source of prosperity and abundance, health and wellness, grace and ease, order and perfection. It is here now in me. And as I continue to return to this source, turn to the center, go to the upper room, see the higher perspective, that my life literally changes and transforms. And I'm guided and directed as how I shall be and what I shall do in this world. So beyond appearances, this is the practice. This is the work of those on the spiritual journey, the spiritual path. This is what we're called to do, is return to center. Return to truth. Allow the clarity to move in, through, and as our body, in, through, and as our hearts, our minds, our spirits, And from there, we are spoken through.
Yes.
And we know what to do.
Yes.
We know what to do. So how wonderful it is to know this truth for and about ourselves. And as Juan Carlos already said, that as we know it for ourselves, it is known for all others because we are one. So this is the one mind, one consciousness that is activated and interacting on this day with this truth. And it does send the ripple out. It does ignite that spark in all of life, everywhere. So right where you are, I ask that you say out loud, I am that I am.
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 I am all that the divine is. And I am breathing and feeling into that in this moment. And anybody that I'm holding in my conscious awareness of prayer, I bring that into my awareness right now. Speak their name out in the space in which you are, knowing that that same and the absolute truth is for them. That all that I want, desire, and am experiencing in this world, in this vortex of this prayer, of this truth, is the very truth of those individuals that I hold in my own prayer field, in my own consciousness. I'm grateful to know this, grateful to know that we participate in this on a daily basis. Our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings. And then we have the opportunity to create the mental equivalence, that very experience of it already being done in the mind of God. So as we are in this upper room, as we're holding in our awareness and we're feeling in our body the absolute truth that is ever revealing itself in, through, and as us, we continue to hold that mental equivalent of that feeling. And what do we see? What do we see? What do we feel? What do we hear? What do we experience as it is already done? And as we move into this world, we hold that consciousness of this truth. And that is what sets us free.
Yes.
Individually and yes, collectively.
Yes.
Collectively. And so I give great thanks to this opportunity to turn within, this opportunity to activate this truth by speaking this word intentionally on this day. And I know we are blessed by it. I know that it is a blessing to know the power that is in the word and to become more aware of the words I speak, I think, I feel, I know, and I believe. Mm-hmm. And continue to bring our awareness throughout the rest of this day to that upper room, that upper level, that higher perspective of consciousness. Just as if you were flying in a plane and we're so far above the clouds. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What is the truth that is unfolding here and now?
Oneness.
Absolutely. Oneness. One life, one power, one mind, one love. Expressing in its own individual, unique emanations. That is each of us and all of us and collectively the one of us. That is breathing, moving, and having its life so abundantly in, through, and as everything. So I bless each of us as we go forth on this day. I bless the Agape International Spiritual Community that continues to be the beacon of light, continues to be the space and place where truth is revealed, continues to be the space and place that continues to offer these teachings, these practices that truly do free the mind and change the world in which we live. I say thank you, Reverend Michael. Thank you, all practitioners, all ministers, all congregants, members, and individuals who are interested in this way of being.
Yes.
Knowing that this collective group is ushering the new into this world on this day.
Yes.
I say thank you, life. Thank you, spirit. And so it is.
And so it is.
Amen.
Amen.
Ashe.
Awesome. That felt good. Yes. Thank you, Reverend Marcella. Yeah, and I caught in that prayer, I just caught that idea of like going to the higher perspective, like, and you know the saying, you can't see not being able to see the forest through the trees, right? So you see the trees, but you don't realize there's a whole forest there. But from the higher perspective, we see the whole forest, right? As we go to the upstairs room, the higher perspective, we see the whole forest. But when we come back downstairs, we don't forget that we saw a forest. Then we're back in the forest, we see trees, but we know there's a forest too, right? So we live in a great forest. We live in a beautiful garden. And each one of us gets to contribute to this garden. We each get to put our feet in the grass, in the soil, right, on the earth, and allow energy flow to flow both ways, right, in a way that's beneficial for all concerned, and everybody is concerned because we're all one. Mm-hmm. So I'll leave it right there. Thank you very much. We will all be back. We'll all be back. I'm including you already, so you're coming back.
You might not be here, though.
Actually, I have ministerial class today. I'll be on Zoom. If the time corresponds with one of my breaks, then I will be here. Otherwise, Reverend Tina will be here at noon Pacific time to do the Agape meditation via Facebook Live. Thank you, everybody. I see there's a lot of other people on. That's right, I get to. I don't have to, I get to. You get to too. Thank you, Winky. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Faraja. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. But thank you, Christy. Thank you, Alon, Dorca. What's up? Sally, Henry, Susan, Narissa, Marilyn, Corvette, Hina. Thank you. Talhida, what's up? Marvin, thank you, everybody. Zane, Lucy, Colleen, thank you, everybody. So come back at noon Pacific time, and I'll let Reverend Tina have the last word. I talk too much.
That's all good. See you then. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Be well.